Can sugarcane spark a revolution in Burkina Faso's deserts? Ibrahim Traoré envisions turning barren sands into lush fields, changing a nation's fate. Watch to see how.
A revolution is brewing in the deserts of Burkina Faso, with sugarcane as its weapon. Yes, you heard and saw it right, how a land of sand can be transformed into fertile soil, growing lush sugarcane crops to change a nation's destiny. How? Can this be done? Ibrahim Traoré is daring to turn his country's barren deserts into fields of green prosperity. To uncover this vision, watch this video until the end. Asterisk in the heart of West Africa, Burkina Faso battles deserts and dependency. But one man dares to dream big. Ibrahim Traoré, a visionary leader, is turning barren sands into fields of opportunity. Inspired by Pakistan's desert revolution, he's rewriting Africa's future with sugarcane, a crop that promises jobs, self-sufficiency, and a green tomorrow. This is the story of how Burkina Faso could lead a global South uprising against exploitation and poverty. In Pakistan, the impossible is happening. Vast deserts like Khalistan and Thal, 3 times the size of Delhi, are no longer barren wastelands. Through the Green Pakistan Initiative, launched in 2023, the government leased these lands for 20 to 30 years to farmers and corporations. They planted cotton, wheat, and sugarcane, turning sand into gold. Small irrigation projects and subsidized solar systems on installments bring water to water-scarce areas. By 2025, Pakistan set ambitious targets: 5 million acres for cotton alone, boosting agriculture's GDP share to 16 to 20%. Gulf investments from Saudi Arabia and UAE poured billions into farmland, aiming for export surpluses and food security. This revolution slashed imports, created thousands of jobs, and inspired the global South. Despite challenges like water scarcity and socio-political criticism, Pakistan's success is a spark. But could Burkina Faso ignite its own revolution, building on Ibrahim Traoré's bold legacy? In October 2023, Traoré shook the world by nationalizing Burkina Faso's sugar industry, kicking out French companies like SN Sosuco that exploited the land for profit. This move saved 3,000 jobs and boosted local sugarcane production. Already at 490,000 tons annually, mostly in Banfora. It was a middle finger to colonial greed and a revival of Thomas Sankora's dream of self-reliance. By 2025, Traoré's vision has grown. The 2025-2026 agricultural campaign distributes massive farming and fishing equipment to small farmers. Mega projects under his agro-pastoral offensive include new factories for tomato processing and flour mills, plus irrigation infrastructure like the Gallo Dam. The Real BF program empowers 16,000 farmers with solar irrigation and biodigesters, while the World Bank's Climate Smart Agriculture Investment Plan, or CSAIP, supports climate-resilient crops like sugarcane. These efforts make Burkina Faso a beacon of hope in the Sahel. Traoré's vision isn't just local, it's part of a bigger African awakening. The African Union is leading a continent-wide charge to end hunger, reverse desertification, and break free from Western dependency. Their plans are bold, and Burkina Faso is a star player. The Comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Program, or CAADP, launched in 2003 under the Maputo Declaration, pushes for 10% of national budgets to agriculture, aiming for 6% annual growth. Burkina Faso scores 4.2 out of 10, on track with climate-smart agriculture for crops like sugarcane in Banfora. The Malabo Declaration of 2014 commits to ending hunger by 2025, doubling productivity and slashing food imports, projected to hit $110 billion by 2025 if unchecked. Burkina Faso advances with irrigation and rural development, though Africa's progress is uneven. The post-Malabo process, launched in May 2025 with the Kampala Declaration, adopted in January 2025, mobilizes $100 billion to boost agri-food output by 45% by 2035. It targets climate change and desertification in the Sahel, aligning with Agenda 2063 for a prosperous Africa. The African Development Bank's Desert to Power initiative brings solar-powered irrigation to the Sahel, enabling desert-to-farm transformations in Burkina Faso. The World Bank's CSAIP funds climate-resilient crops and solar pumps. OEBAR integrates livestock with agriculture, while the Ecological Organic Agriculture initiative improves soil with compost and rock phosphate, vital for sugarcane in arid lands. But the West plays double standards. When they use eco-friendly crops, it's hailed as innovation. When Africa does it, it's labeled backward. Burkina Faso is proving them wrong, reclaiming its resources and pride, echoing Thomas Sankara's legacy. With Africa's backing, what if Burkina Faso took this vision to the next level? Imagine a sugarcane revolution in the desert. Picture Burkina Faso's Sahel deserts, blooming with sugarcane. Inspired by Pakistan, Traoré leases these lands to farmers for free or low cost, backed by €17.2 million in solar irrigation projects, and $23.6 million for small dams. Subsidies make it affordable, turning Burkina into a sugarcane giant and a beacon of African pride. This project has 70 to 80% viability with O support. It could create thousands of jobs, building on the 3,000 saved in 2023. Reduce sugar imports to save millions, green deserts to fight climate change, and boost cultural pride. But challenges exist. Water scarcity in the Sahel, poor soil quality, and high initial costs. Solutions include solar pumps and dams like Galore. Owen World Bank funding from the $100 billion post-Malabo budget and real BF training for sustainable farming. A table can summarize pros like jobs and import reduction versus cons like water scarcity and soil issues, solved by solar irrigation and dams. Economic growth versus high costs, solved by O funding. Pride versus skill gaps, solved by real BF training. This isn't just a plan, it's a movement. From Pakistan's green deserts to Burkina Faso's Sahel, the global south is rising. Ibrahim Traoré's sugar cane vision, backed by the African Union, is a slap in the face to Western double standards. It's a call to reclaim our resources, our pride, and our future. This is more than a crop, it's a revolution for jobs, sustainability, and African unity. Will you stand with this movement? Comment below. Can Burkina Faso lead Africa's green revolution? Like, share, and subscribe to join the fight for self-sufficiency.